Why am I sitting here in the dark, Matthew Holt? Because it's late. Why are we recording this episode so late? My guess is it has something to do with that shirt that you're wearing.
Chelsea, 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 Chelsea. We're on the semi-final. We're in the Champions League final, first time since 2012. I'm a little bit excited. I'm going to be booking my tickets for Istanbul, even though they're not letting anybody in. It's just so exciting. Who cares about anything else going on when Chelsea wins the Champions League semi-finals and the final would be Robin?
Oh my God, get your blood pressure cuff on. Let's find out how high that went. It's the May 6th episode of Health in 2.00. Hey, fun fact, by the way, I just found out that June is National Blood Pressure Month.
Well, I mean, if they'd had it on during the game, because if Real Madrid had scored one, we scored one quite early. If Real Madrid had scored one back, it would have gone to extra time. We might have fallen apart. And we had chance after chance. We kept on missing them, And then we scored with 5 minutes to go. And I think if you took a track of my blood pressure up to that point, and then there was obviously yelling and screaming, my daughter hugging me, and the dogs jumping around and all kinds of craziness. But if you take my sort of blood pressure up to that point, it would probably be like 400 over 190 or something. I'm surprised I didn't drop dead in the middle of the game. But
well, who are they playing next in this?
So now we're playing Manchester City. So it's the Chelsea, owned by the Russian oil baron giant, playing Manchester City, owned by the oil giant nation of Qatar, are playing each other. And for some reason, instead of two English teams playing each other in England, in the middle of COVID, they're going to go and play in Turkey. You can explain that one for the logics of European soccer, but who cares? I don't care where we play them.
As long as we're playing.
As long as they're playing.
All right, speaking of playing, we should play a little game of health tech funding here because there have been some big rounds. In fact, we're splitting them into 2 episodes.
I mean, what happened, like, we did one 2 days ago. There was like a few, this, that, and the other, and we said there was one big one coming we knew about, and then all these others came out of nowhere. So, all right. I think I am ready to
go.
Vida
Health gets $110 million in a Series D. This brings her total up to $188. General Atlantic led it. Centene is in it, and AXA. Matthew Holt.
So Stephanie Telenius launched this company at Health 2.0 and has talked to you about it. Big interview. Everyone should watch your interview with it, which was up yesterday. Very interesting. They've started with coaching and they've added clinical care and drugs and all kinds of stuff to their platform. And they do everything. They do mental health, physical health, and everyone else is kind of getting to that direction as well. Kind of makes you wonder why they actually haven't done better, because they're where everyone else is now trying to get to. But they've got Boeing and they've got Blue Cross Safari and some other big players on board. And now they've armed up to join in the race and get serious with the folks like Teladoc and elsewhere, Armada and everyone else. So it's going to be fun and games.
It is very exciting. All right, what about RCM? They buy VisitPay for $300 million. Explain.
Yeah, so RCM is one of the sort of big legacy players in revenue cycle management for the back office of hospitals. A lot of people coming into that space, like the folks from Olive, who you interviewed, among others. VisitPay is kind of more like that company Cedar, which it helps people figure out what the consumer bill is. They raised about $25 million a while back from Norwest Partners and others, and got put out for $300 million. It's probably a nice exit for them. We'll see how that conglomerate does. Usually those things disappear when they get inside a big vendor, but we'll see.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so why not invest in a mental health startup? Headway gets $75 million, brings their total up to $103. Do they have a chance in that crowded space?
Well, they're kind of like a play which helps put current therapists, we've talked about them before, current therapists and their patients together and connects them to payers. And they've got both Andreessen Horowitz and Google Ventures in this, so not dumb investors. So, in terms of helping the current incumbents get better rather than be the gingers or the liras, yeah, they've probably got a shot.
All right, and your favorite, the shower cap startup.
The shower cap!
Neuroelectrics. She gets a $17.5 million round. This is that neurostim cap that we said. It helps with depression and epilepsy. So yes, go get it.
Our favorite Animekis from Barcelona. The company's half in Boston, half here. It's been a sort of science project out of the MIT labs that she's been doing for some time. They were doing $5 billion revenue already, so doing pretty well. But yes, it is like a real digital therapeutic, because you put this thing on, it looks like a shower cap. and it's for shallow level neurostimulation, which works very well for epilepsy. She has some great clinical data on that, and it's got some good results for depression, although I think depression is sort of not as far along, but it's kind of like where you wear this thing, you let it figures out what's going on with you. It stimulates you in right ways and really helps for those patients with depression and epilepsy. They don't have to wear it all the time. It's just a thing you wear occasionally. But you can see Anna in lots of her different appearances wearing it herself, and it does look like a shower cap. So I tease her, but a really cool piece of new technology, which is really going to help a lot of patients. And now they've got some money to go and do stuff. As I said to her, we were messaging back and forth, and I said now she can finally afford to hire me and put me in the luxury, which I'm accustomed. And then she didn't send the message back. I don't know what happened.
I'm surprised she didn't try to give you stock at one point in payment of something, and you didn't answer her back. I mean, usually that's par for the course with you.
That has been known to happen quite a bit as well. Oh well, these things are all good.
Crazy day though.
And by the way, there was
so much more.
A bunch more that we haven't got to, which we'll get to tomorrow for the next time. But yes, there's a lot of money flowing around the world at the moment, and it didn't show up on Monday, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, busy days.
Yeah, I sat on that Vida Health embargo for a while.
That was my tweet. My tweet was like, this interview is so old that I'm surprised that the clothes you guys are wearing weren't out of fashion. And then Vida
hard to keep it
back, and they had we refer Jess wearing her Victorian outfits. They're like or something.
No, but the cool thing about that, honestly, when I was talking to them, so like you said, they were like the original platform play that did like the mental and the physical health for chronic condition. And she talked so much about their mental health business. Like I had to ask her, like, should we start talking about you? We start talking about Ginger and Modern Health and Talkspace. Like, is that who you're competing with now? I mean, they really made a dent in that market.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's interesting, right? Because if you look at the deck, Blake Dodge at Business Society got
I saw that.
And they had they compared themselves to Amada and Livongo on one slide, and Lyra and Ginger and I think Modern Health on another slide. And she was on. It was kind of funny because after I knew about this, because you had interviewed her, she was on the UCSF Health Hub thing along with the folks at talking about obesity. And she basically, her pitch was, you can't just go after obesity and diabetes. You have to go after mental health too, because everyone's got both issues, right? Most people with obesity are depressed and blah, 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 blah. And I was kind of teasing her PR guy. I said, can I talk about the round? And he went, no, not yet. It's been 3-4 weeks we've been sitting on that news.
Oh, it hasn't been that long, maybe 2.
It's been a while. Anyway. But they're out now. It's all official, and they're clearly going to be a much bigger player. And it's one of those things where you don't know how it's going to end up. Obviously, the deal with Centene, and we were kidding.
Yes,
is
that's the thing.
This,
I think
right?
the magic piece here, and I didn't tweet about this, but in the interview, she talks about the fact that they've got a full version of their app in Spanish.
Yeah.
So I mean, they really are going after a market that, to me, is very underserved, and I think they're going to do really well.
You remember that Centene also put in the round a couple of years back, that huge $500 million, $600 million round with Babylon. Centene put $50 million to that as well. So Centene has been placing its little bets, and they bought that mental health company, Magellan, a while back with the PBM. Remember that as well?
Yeah, I remember that one.
The health plans, and we'll talk about Optum and Anthem tomorrow, are all kind of starting to move around and start putting their pieces on the chessboard. So
they really are.
We're all kind of getting there, and this is and Vida's definitely in the game. So interesting.
Exciting.
All right, but who's really in the game? It's Chelsea, Man City.
Oh my God, please stop. For more tweets about Chelsea, because it's never going to stop now. When is this game? So we can
May the 29th.
Oh my God, we have to wait the whole month for this? Jesus. Okay. So for an entire month of ramp up to this football game, please follow Matthew Holt over there at @BoltyBoy. If you want to talk health tech, I'm interviewing people. So, and keeping quiet under embargoes very well. So I'm over at Jess DeMassa. And to make sure that you never miss an episode of Health in 2.0 or any of my WTF Health interviews, please make sure to sign up for the email newsletter over there at thehealthcareblog.com. You get those plus a whole bunch of other content from the blog for the week delivered directly into your inbox. Congratulations on your big win. Enjoy it while you can, my friend.
You can tell I'm a little excited.
I love it. We'll see you tomorrow to talk more deals. Bye, guys.